Alright, hello everybody, my name is Dalton Brother, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Roleplay Sailwind. This is, of course, the Tea Merchant series, the series that we've been playing for the past couple of months. And, I suppose we should probably address the elephant in the room. Do I want the brig? I mean, she is a good ship, but I kind of prefer the sandbug, which, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to stick with. But just look at the sheer size of her, though. Nope, nope, shall not be swayed. But the deck space, though. Like I said, I will not be swayed. But look at that cargo hold, though. I said I will not be swayed. But that stern, though. For the final time, I will not be swayed. Got it? Besides, I've already got the sandbuck loaded anyway, and I'm completely out of money. So, take that. Maybe at some other time we'll take a closer look at the brig for this playthrough, but for right now, I'm happy enough with the sandbuck. Besides, I think the sandbuck technically has more cargo space anyway. So yeah. I've got the sandbuck pretty much loaded up. For the first time, we're going to be using some space up here on the main deck, because down below deck, we've got a lot of stuff that we're taking, primarily to Sage Hills, but we've also got some gems going to the Dragon Cliffs. We've got some... Actually, I think everything else that's going to the Dragon Cliffs is up here. We've got some grain going to the Dragon Cliffs. We've got some nails going to the Dragon Cliffs. But then down below deck, we have some goods and some tools and some iron that is going to Sage Hills. Which, you know, I think kind of makes sense, because Sage Hills is where we're based at, and obviously we would want them to have, like, all the stuff that they need in order to produce the tea that we're exporting for them. So, I'm probably not going to be able to finish this episode, or, well, the episode will probably remain the same regardless, but I probably won't be able to finish this recording tonight, because it's already approaching 6 o'clock as I'm recording this. But doesn't mean I'm not going to play the gosh darn game. Okay, let's use the mainsail to just kind of get us away from port here. Okay, now we can go ahead and lower you. Kind of help push us along. And the wind is not super duper favorable, but it's good enough for now at least. And let's go ahead and release you. I'm just going to let you just swing as freely as you want. Okay, and then we can release you. Release you. And then, aha. There's also you. I kind of thought about exploring these islands a little bit, but honestly, I think our sailor here feels a bit more at home just being out on the ocean than he does, like, being trapped in an archipelago at this point. That's how I feel. I feel like I'd rather be out on the ocean than being trapped here. Did we get... Yeah, we got stuck on the bottom. Dang it. here we go, here we go, here we go. We got lucky there. Let's see, I think you're bringing in, yeah, the inside one, okay. Then yeah, you should be bringing in the outer one. Good. And then, let's see here. You'll be bringing in this one. Gotcha. All right, so that is all sails in position, more or less. I can't see a gosh darn thing in front of me, though. I didn't really take that into consideration, like, at all, but that's actually kind of funny. I can't see a gosh darn thing in front of me. Do I have anything in here? No, that is just an empty bottle. I did take the liberty of just restocking on supplies and stuff since we were here. I want to refill you for later on. And just continue eating the salmon. Okay, so we have this box of salmon. Then we have these other 2 boxes of salmon. And then down here, we have another 2 barrels of water right here, and then we have 3 crates of cheese. So I think we're good for food supplies, at least for now. I'm going to wait a little bit longer before I go to sleep. Just going to enjoy the night sky for a little while. But yeah, I kind of feel like if I was a sailor, like, yes, I would be very curious about seeing the rest of these islands, but at the same time, I'd also, like, kind of want to get back out into the open ocean, like, as quickly as possible, because if we're not moving, we're not getting paid. And if we're not getting paid, it means we're going to struggle to upkeep our ship. Which for right now, you know, there's not really any real maintenance or anything like that, but sooner or later there probably will be. Let's take a little look-see at how fast we're going, if we can. Oh my god, excuse me. Alright, she's trying to get up to 9 knots, which is not bad, considering our wind isn't terribly favorable, but we probably could make her go just a little bit faster, but I'm not going to worry about it. I think she's doing just fine as she is. Maybe what I could do is I could... Yeah, I meant to loosen this earlier, but I was at the wrong winches. So that'll probably... Well, first off, it's probably going to steer us off course a little bit, but that should help us pick up a little bit more wind as well. But I think that's us staying up late enough for now, so let's just go ahead and turn the lights out and hit the hay, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Alright, it looks like we have woken up in the shadow of Mount Malefic. And let's see how our wind is doing. Could probably do with letting this sail out just a little bit. Then letting this one out and this one out. Not like a huge amount, but About there-ish, I think. I think this is the most cargo I've ever hauled on this thing. As you can see, we've definitely put a lot of weight on this thing. I still have a lot of empty space towards the bow, but I kind of want to keep it that way. Alright, so which way are we heading? So basically east by southeast. Or southeast by east. Once we get around Mount Malefic, I'm going to turn us like further to the south. South by southeast. That way we've got the nose of the ship pointing in roughly the right direction. Looks like you could probably be pulled in a little bit, and then you could be pulled in a little bit. Oh, it is under the water. That's probably not good, but whatever. There we go. Alright, so since I haven't showed you guys this yet, let's go ahead and take a little look-see at how much we're going to be making for this little journey in terms of missions alone. Alright, so that is 9926 4978 plus 2745. So 17.6 grand is what we're going to be bringing in terms of just Emerald Dragons. That's just from the missions alone. That's not counting all the stuff we have below deck. So I think we're far enough away from Mount Malefic we can actually make our turn now. Let's go ahead and we will, of course, need to reconfigure our sails a little bit. Okay, right there should be about good enough. Gonna say that. I'm gonna pull it in just one more turn. There we go. And then let's pull you in. Think about there-ish should be fine. Actually, I'll just do one more just to be safe. And all right. Maybe I'll pull in the Genoas a little bit. Actually, that might be fine. Let's pull you in. Let's pull you in. Alright, well, we definitely have a little bit of a list, but I suppose that's to be expected on a sailboat, of all things. So let's have some breakfast. Have a bit of water. I should have bought some beer or something. I didn't think about it until now. But I mean, just drinking water by itself would get old, like, really quick. Eventually, you want something that has a bit of flavor to it. Turn us a bit more in this sort of a direction. And that should be a good enough heading. We should probably see Happy Bay at some point. Then all right. Goodbye, Astron. I don't know when we'll be seeing you again, but it'll probably be in the not too distant future because you're like one of 4 archipelagos we can actually travel to. Ah, yes, and I also have this lantern up here. Okay, so you're kind of irrelevant at this point, aren't you? Although, I think you're still catching at least some wind, so I'll keep you down. Probably should have cleaned the boat while I was in port, but oh well. I think cleaning the boat might be a little difficult with all these crates and stuff that we've got now. But alas, I put all my money towards all this stuff. Try and get it cleaned off at least some. That way it's presentable. Not perfect, but presentable at least. Well, the dock masters don't get too mad at us. Probably good enough. Just bring you, maybe not that far in, but in pretty tightly, if nothing else. Especially if the wind's just going to be blowing in our face that much. Let's see, the wind is pretty much blowing directly from the south, so it's not great. In fact, I think it's going to be a good enough reason just to reel this thing in. Alright, boys and girls. Nothing ahead of us but open ocean at this point. This view kind of makes me feel like I'm on like a giant container ship or something. Anyway, we are definitely leaving Astron behind. Mount Malefic is in the distance. It'll be a while before that disappears completely, but I think Sunspire and the other islands are very much out of sight by now. Mount Malefic will remain in sight for the next couple of days, but the ship is definitely heavy. You you can really feel it whenever the waves start coming from the sides. She's definitely top heavy in some respect. Although she really shouldn't be, because I've got two things of iron like back here running along the spine, although they are kind of leaning more towards the port side. But so far, knock on wood, no problems. Okay, we might have some problems going on now. We got a storm rolling in. And first things first, we need to get the ship prepared for wind control. The wind is coming at us from a fairly forgivable angle for right now, so there's that. Maybe we'll release these out a little bit. But the rain is definitely here. So we'll have our first chance to test out the ship's ability to handle bad weather with this sort of configuration with the sails and whatnot. I think I can actually just, let that out completely. Truth be told, I could probably just go ahead and release the sail square as well. The sail square? Square sail, whatever you want to call it. You know, honestly, I should probably just leave that completely loose. That way, if the wind changes, it'll just do its own thing. Tell you what, let's just go ahead and get that out, and then I'm going to just throw the barrel out into the ocean. Bye-bye, barrel. And now I've got 4 more barrels full of water, just waiting to be drank from. Alright, well, if the storm gets any worse, I'll let you guys know. Hopefully it doesn't, but in the event it does get worse, maybe I'll have a chance to play that Hoist the Colors High song again. We shall see. And the storm is definitely forming. Hooray. Trying to get us pointed back on track here. Sorry for being silent there. I was texting one of my friends. I sent him a picture of the load that I'm hauling, and he's like, "Good luck with a storm." And then, sure enough, a freaking storm appears. Jackass. Anyway. Maybe turn you back towards me just a little bit. Okay, and you're fine. On the bright side, we might just miss it, or we might catch the tail end of it. I wonder if we can still see Mount Malefic. Yeah, I can anyway. It's still out there in the haze. Smart thing to do would be just to, like, raise all sails and wait for it to pass. Problem is, I don't know how smart I actually am. I wasn't really that good at school. I don't think that's an intelligence thing. I think that's just more of a common sense thing, though. It might just be me, but I swear it kind of looks like, well, from here, it kind of looks like we're heading just, like, straight for the middle of it. I never ate breakfast. How could I? And another crate goes to Johnny Depp. Wait, Johnny Depp? No, that's... Another crate goes to Davy Jones. I don't know what I was thinking with Johnny Depp. From this angle, it looks like we're going to try and catch just like the tailwind of it, but... Or the tail end of it, but... At the same time, it also kind of looks like the sail's like going in the wind's going in the opposite direction of us, or the storm's going... I'm just going to shut up. Oh my god. It looks like the storm's going like in the same direction as us. Bleh. I don't know why I can't speak so fluently. It only really happens whenever I'm recording, too. Like, I'll kind of, like, mess up my words every once in a while whenever I'm talking to somebody else, like, in real life. But it doesn't happen super often. It only, like, really, really happens whenever I'm recording, and I don't know why. I'm having a Joe Biden moment. My mouth is outrunning my brain. Well, yeah, see, it looks like the storm is going faster than we are in the same direction that we're going. Which, honestly, that works for me. I have no issues with it. And if things get worse, I will definitely let you guys know. Well, I don't know how it happened, but we definitely missed the storm. Although, with the way the wind's blowing, I'm starting to wonder. No, we're still heading in vaguely the right direction. I just got a Discord notification, but I don't know where from. kind of scared the crap out of me. I'm not used to getting Discord notifications, but whatever. Ah, right. I went ahead and bought the map for Astron, just because I thought it'd make sense to have it, and our cargo hold is kind of filling up with water, a little bit more than I really care for it to. Release all sails. Let's actually go ahead and just reel this one in. I think it's catching a lot of wind. Might actually just reel in all of the stray sails. I think the lateen sails are going to be more than good enough. And square sail as well. Alright, how are we doing now in terms of water in the cargo hold? It's still here, but hopefully we shouldn't take any more on. This game really needs a bucket where you can just like bucket the water out, like Sea of Thieves. Alright, well, it looks like the storm has dissipated. There's a rainbow off in the distance. You might not be able to see it on the video. Alright, well, I'll let you guys know when we've made a bit of progress. Alright, guys, just another little update for you guys. Mount Malefic is now completely out of view. Pretty sure even if I were to use my telescope, yeah, nowhere in sight. So we are very much out in the open ocean at this point. Let's get a rough idea. It's already past noon, so I can't really use I can't get a very good or reliable reading with this thing, but I'm going to try it out, just to get a rough idea where the heck I am. So yeah, I can't get a very good reading with that. That's we're well beyond the point of being able to get a reading today. But we should be still facing in the right direction. That's actually something I didn't do, was check the direction we're heading in. Actually, we're heading more like directly east. That's not good. I don't know how we got turned around to the east that much, but okay, there we go. In that case, then I'm just gonna rely more on my stray sails to do this than... I say that, I'm reeling up the stray sails. I'm going to rely more on the stray sails to do this than my actual main sails, because I'm taking on a lot of water into the cargo hold whenever I rely on my main sails too much. So let's just go ahead and reel you in. It's about there-ish. Let's raise you up. There we go. And I think I'll call that good. I probably could get some use out of the main mainsail, but don't know if it'd really be worth it. Might as well, I guess. Let's go ahead and bring you back in, though I will not worry so much about the mizzenmast. Okay, there we go. I think that should be fine. Though she's really wanting to go back to the east. I might have to reel in that nose sail at the very front. Because if she's going to keep turning this far to the east, then quite frankly, I don't need her to be doing that. Let's just reel you in, because I think you're kind of the problem. There we go. All right. Drink the last of that. Right, I think tonight I'm going to do a longitude reading, or latitude reading, excuse me, to figure out where the heck I am. I'm a little nervous, though, because I don't know how long I've been traveling that far east. Yeah, see, look at this. The ship is really trying to turn back up to the east. That's kind of worrying, actually. It means I've got to keep a closer eye on what's going on. Alright, guys, the stars are out among us once again. Let us find the North Star and get a reading. So, 38, latitude 38. That's what I'm going to get from that. Which puts us... We're not very far from where we started, are we? We might be at longitude 4 if we went too far east. Definitely within longitude 3, I would think. Though I won't know for certain until noon tomorrow. But at least we know we're in latitude 8. Or latitude 38, excuse me. Probably not far from being latitude 37. This boat, it's really trying to go further east. Okay, let's try leaving the wheel, maybe like that. There we go. Although at that angle, I think I'm not I'm not catching any wind. So I guess we'll just stick with going about here-ish. Okay, so we've had a bit of a problem. The ship actually sank. And I kind of messed up whenever I was logging out. Because I actually quit the game instead of hitting F4. And I kind of lost a lot of cargo because of that. I lost a lot of lanterns. I was able to recover a good chunk of it, but ultimately just not enough. The only thing that really prevented me from recovering all of it was the fact that hang on, I'm trying to... It was the fact that I just had to go to sleep that kind of screwed me over. And whenever I woke up again, I was so far away from my cargo and stuff that I just couldn't swim out there and recover it all. Like, there was no way in heck. I was able to recover a decent amount of it. I think I got most of the grain back. I got 6, 7 out of the 8 crates of grain. Then I got 3 crates of nails out of like the 12 or something. And then I was able to capture both of the gems. And then I got both of the iron. And then I got a good chunk of the tools back. As well as... Oh, there's even more goods here. Good. And then I lost most of my food supplies as well, which is not great. But the good news is I was able to recover the vast majority of my stuff. So we'll still be able to make a pretty decent income. But I'm going to roleplay that as the ship was taking on way too much water in a storm. And we just had to throw a lot of stuff overboard in order for it to keep from sinking. Because I don't know how the ship is still afloat after, like, I literally watched it sink, like, right in front of my eyes. But whenever I came back into the game, she was afloat again, so I don't really know what happened. Kind of a close call with this character, but whatever. It's nothing that we can't fix at a later date. The problem with putting everything back to where it was at sea is all the dang waves make it next to impossible. Okay, then you go there. You go there. Alright, and I was able to recover all of my fishing hooks, all of my firewood, and all of my navigational tools. So it wasn't great, but it could have been a lot worse. So I think for future reference, I'm going to just keep all of the cargo like down below the main deck. I'm just going to keep this open unless it's going to be like a very short journey or something. So anyway, let's just get back underway as quickly as possible because we lost a lot of time with that. I could have pulled that off if I was a lot more careful with what I was doing. But I had, like, just too many sails open against the wind. It's kind of the problem whenever you have a lot of sails is they can help you go really, really fast, but they can also make you list so much that you take on too much water that your ship actually sinks. I also got kind of lucky that I wasn't recording when that happened, because if the ship sinks while I'm recording and you guys actually get to see it, that means the LP is over. That means that the character has died at sea. But because I wasn't recording that, there really wasn't much I could do either. Like, I tried several times to rush up here and, like, lower the sails as quickly as possible, but it just wasn't happening. Oh well. Now I don't know. Oh crap, I lost my... Oh no, there's my clock right there. Maybe if we're extremely lucky, we'll actually, like, come across some of the supplies that I lost, but I'm pretty sure it's already despawned by now. I think it's just really lucky that I actually managed to get the supplies that I did get, and that I didn't lose any of my navigational tools, especially the freaking chrono compass. This thing is next to irreplaceable. Okay, so how are we doing in terms of... Okay, we're heading basically exactly the way that I need to be going. What time is it? It's almost midday, so let's try and get a reading if we can. So latitude 36, longitude 4. If that's the case, then Happy Bay should not be too far away. But as of right now, I can't see it on the horizon. I forgot my broom was there. Broom, you can just go right there. Man, that would have been one heck of a haul, too. Oh, well. Will you go to where I'm trying to put you? Please? There we go. Alright, well, this is also kind of gonna mess up my sleep schedule. If it wasn't for my needing to sleep, I could have recovered all of my cargo. It's just such a shame. Oh well. At least we'll get something back. Gold Rock City. Astron. Firefish Lagoon. That is all the maps, yes. Well, it feels like it's taken forever, but Happy Bay has just appeared on the horizon. As soon as this stupid wave gets out of the way. There it is, Happy Bay. Once we get to Happy Bay, I think I'm just going to recover the boat and just head straight to Dragon Cliffs. Might be considered cheating, but you know what? I don't care. Especially after losing like half my cargo to the ship sinking. At least we got all of the valuable stuff, like the really valuable stuff. Alright, here we are. Back at the Dragon Cliffs, finally. Everything is all very shaky. Unfortunately, I don't have much to drop off here. In fact, I've got some things. Wait, what the? Why are you unattached? Hang on. Honestly, I'm very tempted just to take you out and let you sail off into the endless horizon. Because I highly doubt I ever use this boat ever again. It served its purpose, but its purpose has come to an end. Let's try and get this thing reeled in. Try and salvage as much of this wreck as we can. If we can get within the neighborhood of 1,000 dragons with those 3 crates of nails, I'll call it not a victory, but passable. I would have greatly preferred to have, brought all of the cargo here with me, but suppose you can't win them all. Alright, how much did that bring us up to? Actually, you know what? That's not bad. That's better than I was expecting. We have these 7 crates of grain. The good thing is, for most of the stuff that we lost, I didn't actually have to pay for it, so... I mean, I did lose plenty of things that I did pay for, but the expensive stuff that I paid for, I recovered most of. Okay, I've got some gems down here. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get rid of these. Two more crates of grain. Yeah, I was only able to recover 7 out of 8 of these grain crates, so not really a big loss there. Alright, so let's just go ahead and... That's the wrong button. Okay, just go ahead and abandon that. Abandon that. And we only lose like 100 reputation, but our reputation is... it's 74,000. Like, it can't go up any higher. In fact, I might actually be able to... Yeah, I can actually take a mission out to Kronos if I wanted to, which is a island that's way, way, way off to the east. I'm not going to even bother with that right now, but how much was that offering? $6,336 Eastern crowns. That's... It's not terrible, but it's not great either. Okay, I actually wanted to check something out here. Maybe I can make a bit of a recovery here. So, goods to the Sage Hills. But I can't pick up any more tools. That's kind of a problem. I'll just stick with what I've got. But I'm going to go ahead and do that off screen, ladies and gentlemen. It is almost 9:30 as I'm recording this, so I need to start getting ready for bed. So I will see you guys in the next video. So until then, God bless, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!